We have another good question here. What are some strategies or best practices to nurture and sustain these relationships over time? How can nonprofits create a win-win scenario that benefits both parties involved?
So nurturing, honestly, this is a great question because there are, when I talk to corporations about their relationships with nonprofits, associations, other purpose-driven organizations, and if I know that they're donating or sponsoring money that's annual, I ask them, how often are you hearing from them? And usually the response is maybe once or twice a year. If I had somebody that was donating to my nonprofit, even like if they gave me $15,000 for the year, I want to at least check in with them at least once a quarter, at the least, if not monthly. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that. Get to know the person, send them articles about things they're interested in. If they're in your local area, invite them out to lunch or coffee, or maybe there's a professional development opportunity that the two of you can do together if you're in the area. If you're somebody that's more distant and you're not in the same geographical area, again, I think articles are great. Referrals. Is there anyone that you might be able to refer to your decision maker for a ton of reasons? Also, professional referrals. You know, attorneys, attorneys, accounting firms, crisis communication firms. There's a lot that's needed, and you might not even know about your sponsor needing it. And there's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, this doesn't really have a lot to do with what we're talking about today. But if you ever needed a professional referral for an accounting team or crisis management team, I have some really good contacts. I'd be glad to send them your way. And they'll remember that because I've done that. They'll remember that. And again, you're planting seeds that will harvest. So I'm a big fan of just, first of all, upping the amount of communication that you have with your sponsors. And like I said earlier, don't ever assume anything about your sponsors or your funders. They are in constant change of motion. So the closer you are to that, the closer you might be able to spot a new opportunity to get additional funding or sponsorship.